Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? This is your host, Jineea Butler, today on a remote day, Sunday. And so today we're going to start our Sundays on the group. We're getting on the group. There's so much to talk about here in America, and we've got to talk about it. And this is on the group with Jineea. So I'm inviting you all to come in. So come in, come one, come all, come in. Welcome to the group. And today we're going to talk about culture, not the surface level stuff, but the real root of who we are, what we tolerate, what we glorify, and what we need to correct if we want a different future. Okay? Because let's be honest, our culture is powerful, but it's hurting. It's creative, but it's confused. It's loud, but it's not always grounded. So on the group, that's what we're going to be talking about here. And if we don't reset the culture 2026, then nothing else changes. Not politics, not the economy, not our neighborhoods, most importantly, our neighborhoods, right? And here we go. So today, I wanted to introduce you to me. I wanted you to get to know me a little better. I know that if you tune in every Wednesday at 1, we talk the New American perspective. And I didn't want to just go in and start talking about news and giving you more news when there's more to give. And we've got more to do here on Millennium News 24. Right? We've got so much more to do. Our numbers are up. So thank you all for anyone that hears, anyone that's listening. Thank you for tuning in. We thank you at Millennium News 24. I thank you from the New American. I thank you from the Butler gang. And now I'm thanking you from the group. Okay, so let me just talk to you about the truth about our culture. Okay, because, and I'm talking about Black, brown, yellow, our culture, American culture, international culture. Let's talk about it. Tell me what's happening in your country. We've replaced leadership with likes. Well, right? We've let social media raise our kids. Right? Pain become entertainment. Right? Because we're watching people die. We're watching people get hurt online and we're laughing about it. We've let social media raise our kids. We normalize trauma at this point. We confuse fame with influence. Because now everybody that has 10,000 likes is a celebrity. So now what is a celebrity? That's what we really need to know and understand. What is a celebrity? We abandoned discipline. We lost intergenerational wisdom. We celebrate dysfunction more than development. And I think that's a crazy part. We've got so many issues and stuff going on. It's like, what are we talking about? Our families are fragmented. We don't care about family anymore. Are you sitting around at the table with your kids? Are you sitting around at the table with your husband? Well, culture is the new software. If the code is broken, the whole system crashes. Hear me? We can't demand excellence from our leaders when we tolerate chaos in our culture. Our communities can't elevate if our value keeps sinking. And, we beg to differ because we've got a whole bunch of people running around with jewelry and all this stuff, and they look good. But then when you go to the numbers and you see that our median income is still less than $36,000 a year, you not faking nothing. Yeah, we may make money under the table. We make money here and there, but we got to get on the books, and we've got to be like Asian smart. We've got to be black and brown smart, the smartest in the world. Why not? We are the smartest in the world, but we don't utilize that. We just take that for granted. We're the most athletic, right? You know, people coming behind. The European is making the Dirk Nowinskis and the Wagner Maya, what's his name? The 19-foot guy in the NBA right now. You know, so we have to look at what we're going to do in America going forward. 2025, people, is 31 days away. 2026 is 31 days away. And it's time for an urban reset. And it starts with you. It starts here, and it starts today here on the group. I was about to say here on the New American Perspective, but we're on the group. So let's everybody come in. I'm giving you a chance to come in and get on the group with us, and so we can talk about it, right? And so we've got things to talk about. And like I said, I want to introduce you more to myself today because, you know, I talk politics and things like that, but I started out in social work. And I started out getting to know the community that I'm serving, and I think that I know them very well. I've opened up a lot of doors for the community. I've made sure things have happened for our community, and I'm proud of that. But we've got more work to do. Let me start by saying shout out to Pastor Jamal Bryant of New Birth Church in Georgia. And their mission, they are now doing the Target boycott, and it's going well. I thought that I should let you know that. So on Black Friday, you know, everybody is blocking the doors to anybody black. The Black Patrol is out. The Black Patrol is out. And I'm never saying that the Black Patrol is not necessary, right? It's just that the Black Patrol gets beside itself, but they do great things. And we need the Black Patrol. Don't get me wrong. We need the Black Patrol. So the Black Patrol is on patrol in DC and Georgia, and they were blocking the doors to the Target to any black person that walked in. And I just feel like, okay, we're talking about black dollars and everything like that. And it's happening. Pastor Jamal Bryant said their stock when they started 37 weeks ago was $145. And now it's down to 83. So it works, and it's working. And Target is not coming to the table anytime soon. I don't know what their thought process is, what they're going to do going forward. But Black Friday, congratulations, good people. We made a dent. But they also said that online shopping this year, little suckers out there, they said online shopping this year was up kind of crazy. It was the highest ever. And I don't think that they can do online shopping and get record numbers without us. You know what I hate about, the whole boycott and the holidays is because you get the best prices during the holidays. And it's a shame that we got to go and say, don't get the best price for the things that you've been wanting all year and everything like that. It's a shame, and it's kind of a setup because then we end up going afterwards and paying, way more than, the price, the cheap price, the Black Friday price, because we're boycotting, because people don't respect our money, but they don't. And I'm with the boycott because people don't respect our money. If you don't know, Target They started out, they had a huge DEI program where Black entrepreneurs were able to put their products in Target and sell their products throughout the Targets around the country. And then Trump came in, and nobody wants, just in defense of Target for a half a second, nobody wants no Trump drama on top of their head. But do you want that Black drama? Because the Black patrol is out. Okay. And I'm sure that if you rolled up to the Target and you seen them and you're Black, now when you go into Target, you feel crazy, because even the people looking at you like, the people in the store looking at you like, what you doing in here? Did I just tell on myself? I went in there one time during the 37 weeks before it started. Okay. It was before it started. I went one time because they were the only people that had what I had. But so again, this is our dilemma. So we can't demand excellence from our leaders when we tolerate chaos in the culture. And that's essentially what we're doing, right? We are now coming together to say, respect our dollar. Bottom line, the dollar is green. We may be Black, the person giving it to you, but that dollar is green, and we want to be treated like anybody else. We probably worked harder than a whole bunch of people to get that dollar, right? Our communities can't elevate if our value keeps sinking. Now we know that. Okay, so the influencers, the kids follow. Okay. Here's some rap beef overshadowing real issues. All of this is going on. And so we've got our kids out here, adults arguing like it seems like they're the young people, right? The adults, right? No balance between entertainment and education, the rise of clout chasing behavior. Right. And so we see all of this every day on our TV screen, and this is being fed to us, and we are okay with that. But are we really okay with that? That's the real question at hand. Are we okay with that? So there's a little rap beef going on. Did you hear about Max B, who spent 15 or 16 years in prison? He originally got a 75-year sentence from participating in a murder for hire crime. He wasn't at the scene of the crime, but somebody died. He did his 16 years. He was part of Dipset. Maybe you know them with Jim Jones and Cameron in Harlem. They're from Harlem. So Max B came home a few weeks ago, and they call him the Wave. And he came home to a beautiful, coming home and parties, and everybody celebrated him and everything like that. And, some people had mixed mindsets about it. Some people were saying, why are we celebrating this guy that just went to jail for 16 years? Now, the hip hop community definitely celebrates prison and things like that. When I was on Rikers Island, I did a study of the correlation between jail and prison. And there's a strong correlation, but most of the rappers that we see nowadays haven't gone to jail. So they get the homeboys coming home from prison to hang around them and beef them up and everything like that. And Jim Jones, he's never been to jail, but he's King Blood in Harlem. They said that he wasn't even jumped in. He's like an honorary blood. You know how they give you the honorary degree? I think Jim Jones is like an honorary blood. And so Max B came home. Now Funk Flex did something really, really, Funk Master Flex on Hot 97. They had a party somewhere, and they played this diss record. They played this diss record for on behalf of Max B. On behalf of Max B to Jim Jones, saying that Max B messed with Jim Jones' fiance, Chrissy. And we don't know the details. He touched it in Miami. And Funk Master Flex, who's supposed to be a keeper of the culture, played the song. and it says Jimmy mad because Chrissy touched it in Miami. Names and everything. Names and everything. So what do you think about that? Do you think that our culture is going in the right direction? We know that hip hop is very powerful. We know what hip hop can do. Why aren't we doing it? At this point, we don't have a choice or we get left behind. Everybody is at the starting line right now, and they've already said go. We're already 5 steps behind. Now we have to catch up again. Now we're fast enough to catch up, but are we going to run this race or play in the background?